Hello there and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. My name's David Gaddis, this is the Heat Army podcast and we are bringing you full match commentary of this FA Cup fourth round qualifying replay between Gateshead and Altrincham, and it is going to be an absolute corker of a game. We seem to be embattled with this side over the last few years. This is the fourth game in 2 seasons with Altrincham in the FA Cup. Of course, we came out better, come out on top last time with Macaulay Langstaff grabbing the winner down at Moss Lane. And, Mark, it's going to be another tough battle here. We know Altrincham, since they beat us, they've went on a little bit of a better run.
They have, and I think we said that in the night, didn't we, that would give them confidence, it would give them a bit of belief that they can go on a better run. I never looked at that squad that they've got and thought it would be as bad as, as the league position suggested. I think far from it. There were some very good quality players in there that have done it at this level and higher. So, yeah, tonight's a dangerous one to get. Obviously, as a club, they want to get in the first round where there's more money on offer and such like. But obviously, I think as well, an FA Cup run, even if it is just in the first round, can offer a bit of momentum. But again, the whole things I've just said there, the belief that the confidence can go up having a little run.
I certainly can.
That last year.
And of course, the winner of, Stevenage await the winner of this side. And I'm just going to have to turn my headphones down individually because I'm deafening myself here with Mark's coffee. Apologies, everybody. Well, there we go. That's better for me. So the Stevenage at home for either of these sides. We'll have the Stevenage at home in the next round of the FA Cup. That is what is at stake here in the first round. Stevenage flying high in League Two, but over the years, Gateshead have had some battles as well on the pitch with Stevenage. Giulio Grazioli was a famous name. He made his name in the FA Cup against Newcastle United. But in that build-up to that, Stevenage actually played Gateshead in the FA Trophy, and there was a goal scored from about 45 yards by Derek Ord. And I don't know if that's actually, it might be in the history, the archives at Tynet's. Be a lovely goal to see again, but that was against Stevenage in the build-up for their big game of Newcastle, as everyone probably remembers here on Tyneside. And of course, some names linking the two clubs. Paul Farman had played for Stevenage, played for Gateshead as well. Paul Thompson as well. So, if Gateshead were to get through, there's a lot of talking points there.
Michael Nelson?
Yeah, Mickey Nelson as well. Yeah, he's assistant manager, yeah. So we will be seeing what happens after this game going forward into that one. But nothing's given, nothing's granted, nothing's taken for granted, should I say. And Gateshead have Altrincham to get past here tonight. I'll quickly go through the Altrincham side. It's Oliver Byrne in goal, Edward Jones, Tobias Malarkey, Josh Lundgren, Jordan Hume, Elliot Osborne, Christopher Clark, Bradley Jackson, Ross Barrows, James Jones, and Marcus Daninga. And on the bench for Altrincham is 1 second. We've got a change to the name here, just to make sure that it's all right. We've got Ryan Colliclough, Ben Pringle, Aidan Roxbury, Matthew Gold, Jake Cooper, Zach Goodison, and Alicia Kaiser. So there we go. A few Gateshead players coming off the pitch there. You will have just seen there. It is a fully interactive commentary. A little bit flustered because we got here late, but we're all set up, ready to go, and we want your messages as well. Let us know where you're listening from in the world. We're going to give a little shout out as well to Gateshead Vice Chairman, who is lying in a hospital bed after receiving a new knee. So he'll be jumping about, hopefully, if Gateshead score. Not on the new knee. We don't want to test it too soon, but we'll send all our well wishes to Bernard in hospital there. So yeah, send in their messages and we'll bring them up on screen. And there is going to go for the Gateshead side, there has been a change to the lineup that was put on social media, but this is the lineup as what is going to start. Dan Langley in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Carl Magnay, Ethan Pye, Luke Daly, Owen Bailey, Camille Conter, the captain Greg Ollie, Dan Ward, Adam Campbell and Owen Gallagher. And Owen Gallagher comes in for the injured Dan Jarvis, so he must have been injured in the warm-up, so that's unfortunate after he's just come back. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. On the bench, James Montgomery, Paul Blackett, Aaron Martin, Lyra Kasani, and if you need 2 goalkeepers, well, Gateshead's got 3. They've got 2 on the bench. You've got Rob Elliott there as well, Jevon Mills and Adi Youssef. Mark, you would have to say, looking at that team, you'd make worry about firepower.
Yeah, we've just been trying to work out, who's what and who's going where in terms of formation. Looking at it for me, I think you'll have Gallagher and Ward out wide with Campbell through the middle. Campbell, I would say, is the only one with real striking experience. Midfield 3 of Ollie, Conter and Bailey, and then right, left at the back, Tinkler, Magnay, Pye and Daly. So obviously Daly, good news on him that he's sticking around for another month. Yeah, but you do worry looking at that, from having a number of strikers in the squad to now having Adam Campbell playing up front as good a player as he is, and I've got no doubt he'll do a good job up there. It would be nice to see Aaron Martin, Paul Blackett back fit, and hopefully they'll get a chance to get a run out tonight to build up their fitness. Well,
having said that, they are on the bench. We've got 3 strikers on the bench, all trying to get back to full fitness. So that's a positive for around the corner. But tonight, we're going to have to hope that the lads up top can do a job for us.
The one thing I would say is, all 3 of those players you just mentioned there, we mentioned Ward, Gallagher, and Campbell. They're all quality. They're all very good players, and they've all got experience at this level. Gallagher's played in the Football League. Campbell, as we know, has obviously played in the Premier League. So the quality's there. It's just about giving them service and seeing what they can do.
Certainly can. Well, we are about 7 minutes away from kickoff. So, as I say, if you do want to message us, let us know where you're listening from. We would like to hear. Also, as well, if you could subscribe and like the stream as well, that would be very much appreciated, so we can reach more people. And hopefully you're going to enjoy tonight's fair that we have here. FA Cup action, if you're just joining us, 4th round replay, Gateshead versus Altrincham. The winner will be at home to Stevenage Borough. And it should be, I say, another fine competition against stern opposition. As I say, last week we did play them and lost 3-1 in the league after going ahead in just about 90 seconds through an Owen Bailey beautiful finish. Nice build-up play as well. Will we see more of that tonight? Let's hope we see more of the goals going in, shall we say. Donna Gibson, she's sent us a message. She's listening in from Cyprus. So go on, do as Donna's done, and we can find out where you're listening from and put it up on there. And we hope Donna is enjoying herself out there in Cyprus. Of course, that's where she calls home. It's an expat. Are you an expat where you're listening from?
It's a lot warmer there.
It certainly is. It's not too bad actually tonight. I was expecting it to be a lot colder.
Given nowadays.
Yeah. If you hear chattering of teeth, that's what it will be.
Or longer if we end up in extra time penalty.
Oh, well, as I say, let's hope it doesn't go to that. Let's hope it can be finished in the 90 minutes with Gateshead coming out on top. Just while we're on, myself and Mark were lucky enough to do a podcast with our friend Gavin Webster. It's called Hotbed. It's about the history of North East football from the inception of the Football League right through to modern day. We're currently about 14 seasons in from 1890. So if you'd like to have a little listen to that, that's Hotbed. You'll find it everywhere where you get podcasts. And it's a look at how football started in the region and some interesting stories, whether you believe that Middlesbrough was started over a tripe supper to school teachers forming Sunderland. There's lots to learn, isn't there, Mark?
Well, Middlesbrough were also the first club from the North East to win the Old Amateur Cup as well. So. Yeah.
So see, if you want to get into that and fill 45 minutes of your time whenever you're out and about or doing the dishes, have a little listen into that. And also as well, the Heed Army podcast, just a quick apology, just to say if illness caused us from being able to put the show on this last week. It's happened a couple of times of late, so we do apologise. We do endeavour to have one or more shows on a week with commentary, and it's just been against us of late. But please do join us this Thursday coming, we'll see, we'll advertise it from tomorrow. Hopefully it will be Thursday, 9 p.m, and we'd love to have you join us. Alan Guest, a game against Stevenage could be a TV game, which would be a good incentive for both teams, preferably Gateshead. Yeah, we were just talking about that before we came on air, Mark. I think there's some other games that are probably a little bit more TV. I'm not going to say TV worthy, but maybe may catch the eye more for the broadcasters.
Yeah, I think one, if I'm honest, not too far away from here as well. With South Shields getting Forest Green, but you look around. I mean, there's some really good ties. We were talking about the Hereford game as well. That's a big one. I think a draw now with Derby. I remember thinking they've got a good game away at non-league opposition. There was, I honestly think about 6 or 7 ties where you could make a credible argument for that should be on TV.
Yeah.
And Gateshead or Altrincham, if they get through, I'm just not sure Stevenage will be a big enough draw.
Well, let's see. Well, you never know. There's normally about 5 games over the whole FA Cup weekend. So I think there's an internet one, isn't there, as well, and a couple on the terrestrial and BT. So you never know. Fingers crossed, but don't hold your breath. But then again, we've got to get into that game first. We've got to get there. That's what tonight is all about. And if you're just joining us, of course, you know it's Gateshead versus Altrincham, 4th round qualifying replay here. And this is the 4th time in 2 seasons that Gateshead have locked horns with Altrincham, and they came out on top last year. What will happen tonight? You can send in your predictions as well. Please do. Note that the camera is on, but it will not be on the pitch, and I don't know what the screen quality is like at the moment. If anyone could just let us know what the sound quality is like. On our screen, it looks a little bit hazy out there. We will be turning the camera onto the crowd as we do as normal, but if you could just let us know, that would be fantastic. Let us know what the quality is like on the video and on the audio. The audio is more important, though. And just looking down there, let's see, we've got it's a bigger bench tonight, of course, with the FA Cup. And see, they're all out early. They all look anxious. I think Gateshead look up for this. After, not that they're doing in other games, but I think there's a little bit of, you can sense something in the air tonight with the FA Cup.
Well, if you go and get up for an FA Cup game, I mean, when you're trying to get in the first round, the league opposition will be coming here. When can you get up for a game? It's for me, tonight's a big opportunity for a number of players to really prove their worth. I look at that squad and you look, there's players in there that maybe haven't had game time that they feel they should have had. So it is a big test. And I look at people like Owen Gallagher. Obviously, he's coming on loan, wanting to prove himself. It's a big night for him.
It certainly is. And
as well, actually, sorry, Dave, the fact that he's on loan from Crawley and they've allowed him to play in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
he'll want to extend as long as possible to get more game time.
Oh, definitely as well. And we've mentioned, obviously, Owen Gallagher is a versatile player. I know we said that about a lot of Gateshead players, but he can play further forward, and he does look better with the ball at his feet in the final third, doesn't he? He does look dangerous running at people.
Well, I remember seeing Owen play for Newcastle's academy sides, and if I'm honest, I remember seeing his dad play for Newcastle. That's another matter altogether. But yeah, with Owen, he's always been good with the ball at his feet. He's always been, a tricky player that can take a player on, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see that tonight. Well,
Darren Walden is listening from the middle of the Irish Sea. Thank you very much. It is just commentary. We try and make it a little bit different, add a little bit more to commentaries that may be a little bit boring with just looking at a screen. We want to have it so you can see things well. But if anyone could let us know what the actual screen quality is like, because we've got a camera. The camera's looking good. The screen looks a bit iffy, but we are turning it to the crowd, so it doesn't make much difference. But as long as the sound quality is all right, let us know. But you'll be able to see down there now, the teams are coming out onto the pitch. FA Cup action here on the Heat Army podcast. And this is how Gateshead line up. Dan Langley in goal, Robbie Tinkler, Carl Magnay, Ethan Pye, Luke Daly, Owen Bailey, Camille Conter, the captain Greg Ollie, Dan Ward, Adam Campbell, and Owen Gallagher. It's now the complete starting lineup on the bench. Montgomery, Blackett, Martin, Hassani, Elliott, Jevons, and Yusuf. So there we go. Apparently the sound's great, picture's a bit blurry. I think that could just be internet access there. But there we go. We're going to turn it on to the crowd. There we go. Hopefully that'll clear up a little bit better. So there we go. Thank you very much. We are going to go through the opposition lineup now. It is Oliver Byrne in goal, Edward Jones, Tobias Malarkey, Josh Lundstrom, Jordan Hume, the captain, Elliot Osborne, Christopher Con Clark, Bradley Jackson, Ross Barrows, James Jones, and Marcus Deninga. And on the bench, Ryan Colliclough, Ben Pringle, Aidan Roxburgh, Matthew Gould, Jake Cooper, Zach Goodison, and Elgie Kaiser. Mark, we've seen a few of these players in very up close and personal last week. There are, there's some good players there. Deninga, of course, we've seen what a threat he was and how he scored his goal. This is going to be another test for the Gateshead defence.
Huge test, massive test, and we know what these have got to offer. They know what Gateshead have got to offer. It's a really big test. Both sides want to get through to that first round. It's a massive one for me. What I would say is the good thing about Altrincham being back up here is we get another chance to look at that brilliant away kit they've got.
It certainly is, yeah. Well, we're going to have the captains do the coin toss at the moment. Apologies, the picture isn't as clear as normal. Don't know why, but as long as the sound is all right, we're happy to carry on. Well, Greg Ollie got on the score sheet down at Altrincham on Saturday. Good to see him getting back amongst it. Let's say he prides himself on getting involved in whether it's building up goals or scoring goals, and it's nice to see him leading from the front.
You can't underestimate how big a player Greg Ollie is for this football club. For me, he's arguably the most important one, not just because he's captain, but because normally if Greg Ollie plays well, Gateshead play well. Simple as that. For me, he's one of the most talented players in the National League. I think he's someone that could comfortably play higher, but he's stuck with Gateshead, and I think they're very, very lucky having him at this football club. Probably hasn't hit the standards he would like to hit this season, but I think that those standards are going to be hit in the next few weeks.
Well, we're about to get underway here. Gateshead in their grey strips. They're shooting towards River Tyne, and all navy blue with yellow flashes. Altrincham, they're shooting towards the Felon end, and we are about to get underway. I'll try and refresh that camera for everybody. Well, no, we're underway here, and Magny is going to see that bounce out. Sorry, it wasn't Magny, it was Robbie Tinkler. Out it goes for a goal kick already to Gateshead. Big thank you to everyone that's tuned in so far. As Dan Langley waits to get the ball from the ball boy.
Dan made a couple of big saves on Saturday. I feel like he's just starting to adjust to life in the National League with the National League club. We shouldn't forget it is his first loan of his career, still a very young goalkeeper, but someone who's I think will develop as the season goes on.
Well, his goal kick goes straight towards Gallagher. He's beaten in the air, but it's going to fall to Tinkler. Tinkler carries the ball forward, just a too much heavy touch, and it's been cleared by Lundstrom, but Magny is there to clear it out with touch for a throw-in on the far side. Well, you mentioned you did an article, a good one with Dan Langley, and I think a lot of people forget how young he is. And goalkeepers will always make mistakes, doesn't matter what level. But, for his age and his first season in men's football, he's really composed himself well, I think.
Are you trying to suggest to do anything but good articles?
Well, it's just, you do some great ones as well.
No, Dan's a great kid. He's very level-headed. Doesn't, the highs don't get too high, the lows don't get too low. Distribution has improved, I think, already since the season's gone on. He's looking more commanding in his area, and I just think he's someone who will go on and become a very, very good goalkeeper.
Gateshead on the throw there.
Throw-ins at the moment.
Yeah, so it's just been repeated, another throw into Gateshead. Well, now Ollie receives the ball. Oh, and he's played it inside. Deninga with the ball. He's running forward. Conter was got in front there and did enough to throw him off. Cleared by Gateshead. And that's going to go all the way up as Malarkey plays it back to Byrne. Campbell chasing it down. Cleared by the goalkeeper up towards the front line. But Bailey's there to nod it down. Gateshead building in midfield. Daly, the left back position. Plays it across the defence to Magny. In turn to Tinkler. Back to Magny. Quite a heavy press from Altrincham at the moment, trying to stop Gateshead from building out, and the ball over the top for Campbell to run onto. Defended as well to get in front and plays it back, and he's under pressure though, the goalkeeper. But the ball goes right up towards the Gateshead defence, and Pye nods it up towards the halfway line. Brought down. Now they can try and build from the back as Barrows plays it down the line, looking for the captain Hume. The ball goes out for a throw to Altrincham, about 15 yards from the corner flag.
Just to take the touch off Gallagher as he closed down there, I assume.
Well, Bradley Jackson is going to take this throw. As Hume turns his man, gets it back to Jackson. Hume receives the ball. He's going to try and lays it back to Jackson. Can he get a cross in? Down the right-hand side, takes down the dead ball line. Gallagher's there. Jackson pulls it across and a shot just over the bar, lifted by, I think it was Con Clark there.
There's a real zip about the pitch, you know, when you look at how both sides are trying to pass it along the floor, and it's really zipping off the turf. Obviously, we've had a little bit of rain, and you can see it's really it looks like it's cut really short as well. So it's going to be a really high pressure game, I think.
The ball is moving very well out there. There's no bobble at all. It's zipping about.
First touch has got to be absolutely bang on here, I think.
Well, wanting to press Gateshead here as they play out from the back as Tinkler plays it down the line, gets a throw in.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
Well, into the 5th minute, and it's been fast paced, but nothing really happened.
Yeah, that one chance we just had there, but that aside, it's very much waiting for this game to settle. I feel like it's pretty much 100 miles an hour so far, but not a lot of quality.
The ball's going back to where it came from quite a lot. It's up in the air and out it goes for probably about the 6th throw-in to Gateshead in the first half already. Ollie receives the ball, gets it back on the halfway line, plays the ball forward blindly. I think he thought Gallagher was going to be a little bit wider than what he was, but Gallagher's closing down. Press. Well done. Can he get the ball in front of Barrows? Oh, he just did enough, Barrows, to get it back to Byrne. As you mentioned, the pressure there was immense, but
that's some of the worst knock, you know.
It's not bad, right down the right-hand side, but managed to get back to Byrne from Jones as Tinkler plays it all the way back to Langley. And Langley gives it a massive kick up the pitch, nodded back by Malarkey to Oliver Byrne. Rolls it out to Barrows. Barrows plays it down the line, but the ball is going to be cleared by Gateshead. Bounces over Bradley, and he did well to keep there. I thought I heard a whistle. There's now Campbell gives it to Bailey. Bailey give it to Tinkler. Tinkler puts it over the top. It's asking a bit much of Gallagher to get to that as Malarkey's over there to cover it and clears it down the line. Only as far as a Gateshead shirt though. But Altrincham come away with the ball. Well read by Magny there. Nice. Now can Gateshead build with this as win another throw in. Just think if one of them little zipping balls gets through, Gateshead's away. They're quite high line again, Altrincham.
Yeah, but the one thing you're looking at with the front three is there's plenty of pace in there. You know, so if Campbell gets in behind, I'm not massively sure he's getting caught. The
only thing I would say, I would like Gallagher to find a little bit more space. He's very close as Campbell chases Malarkey down. Right hand side of the box. It's cleared down the line, nodded back into Ollie. Ollie plays it across, and now Conter picks up the ball, lays it forward. Gallagher, can he get there? He does, but he cannot get the control, get the slide to get it. And now Altrincham on the break as Con Clark plays it across the other side of the pitch as Jones has made a run up the pitch. Now he's got Hume on the far side, lays it off. Now the Con Clark still, no, it isn't Con Clark, sorry, it's Bradley waiting for this ball to come in now. Now Lundstrom.
Gateshead done really well to get back in numbers there. Thought they were going to get the overload working Altrincham, but they didn't want to get back Gateshead.
Yeah, they didn't give them many options there. As now it's with Barrows. Everyone inside the Gateshead half bar. Byrne.
He's offside.
His ball bounces through, but he can't keep it in.
He's offside there.
Well, I thought he got a touch there, but the balls went out for an Altrincham throw. Did look a fair way off.
Well, already big calls from Louis Story there, just on the touchline, getting frustrated, I think, with a couple of Gateshead players not doing the job they're asking them.
Jackson has the ball in his hands, ready for this throw. Well done there from Daly, who just puts that out for another throw.
You've got to say it. It's Altrincham that will start the better side here.
Yeah. As Barrows receives the ball from the throw, turns his man, plays it inside. Now Hume's offside, and he's just, you know what it is? He's got a habit of finding space, Hume, hasn't he? He's in that pocket.
He's a very good player. I've seen John Hume over a number of years. When he was at Salford, he was on fire there. Just a very, very good player, very good striker, as you say. Finds those little pockets of space. Good finisher. Someone I think that will be a real threat, especially with Denanga, again, another player that's developed through the leagues. They're a real threat up front.
Okay, to go long with this one here, up towards Tinkler. Does he win the header? There's appeals for a foul there. goes out for an Altrincham throw.
The one thing you don't want to do from Gateshead, I know obviously the Langley Tinkler thing has worked really well, but just don't overuse it, don't make it predictable.
Byrne clears the ball up towards Hume, but he's wrestled out of it. Gateshead do well, mop up and play it back to Langley.
Byrne's got an unbelievable ping on him, by the way. The goalkeeper.
As Daly under pressure. Bailey dropped deep to get it and keeps the ball moving, gets it out to Tinkler. Now Magnale played through the middle, and Campbell just left it. And it's being cleared now as Altrincham try and get the ball forward to Hume. He holds it up well, plays the ball first time to Dinanga. Dinanga across to Con Clark, edge of the box. Can he get a shot off? Deflected off Daly's legs, and that was a dangerous move. They moved the ball well.
They did, yeah. Gateshead just look a little static at the moment, and I think we're just maybe seeing a little bit more enthusiasm from Altrincham. Gateshead really do need to start get going here.
Gateshead fans in fine voice behind us as Conter turns, plays the ball up the pitch, intercepted though, and now Lundstrom can drive forward if the ball plays it across goal and into the box, should I say it. And now it's been headed forward by Barrows. It's all Altrincham at the moment as Langley gets the ball from Tinkler, nods it to him. And I wouldn't say they were 6s and 7s, but they do look a little bit panicked at times, that Gateshead defence.
Well, they just haven't got things going. Passes aren't quite coming off yet. And as I say, players just need to settle a bit.
Well, now Campbell chasing down the ball, played all the way back to Byrne, who plays it across to Barrows. As Hume holds the ball up under pressure from Daly, gets past Daly, drives forward, plays it inside to Dinanga. Dinanga looks to keep the ball moving, manages to pick out Osborne. Out on the wing to Jackson on the right-hand side. And now Con Clark puts it across. Oh! And it's going to go out for a... Is it going to... Going out for the court? No, it didn't go out. Gateshead need to keep it going as the ball's going to come back in from the left-hand side. Headed clear this time. Ollie scoops it clear. And Tinkler's going to chase it down, but Altrincham get back in possession. Gateshead to a high line here. Jackson. He's got Hume in front of him, plays it inside though. Malarkey plays it out to Hume, who's hugging the right-hand touchline. Lundstrom. Barrows plays it across the defence.
You catching that?
Well, ball forward, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. And, only
one team in it at the moment.
They're moving the ball quickly out to the flanks, and it's catching Gateshead off guard.
That's not the worst ball,
Ball over the top for Gallagher to chase. Burns had to come out of his box. He brings it down on his thigh, and nearly some miscommunication. And now Jackson can clear this. He needs to put it into the stands. Plays it forward, gets it to Hume. He did well. Now on the overlap, it Con Clark keeps it in on the right-hand touchline. He's coming in. Conter's in front of him. Plays it to the edge of the box. Osborne lays it off. Now it's out towards the left-hand side now. Jones, can he get across into the box? Cuts back on himself. Lundstrom. And then I play it all the way back to James Jones as the ball comes across, and that's a bad cross. It's a throw-in next to the corner flag down on our right-hand side. 13 minutes gone. And as we've said, if you're just joining us, Altrincham have started much the better here at Gateshead Stadium. And Gateshead yet to really get motoring and get the ball in the final third.
Yeah, as I say, just not clicking at the moment. The passes aren't coming off. There's no cohesion between different parts of the side. The front three just haven't clicked yet, and the midfielder are looking a little bit. That's awful. The midfielder are looking a bit ragged at the moment.
Well, throw it Altrincham, quickly taken in. Dinanga has tried to get in front of it, and Daly puts it out for a corner.
Very much just waiting for something to happen here.
And you just fear that it's going to be a mistake at the Gateshead defence at the moment.
It isn't necessarily a mistake. It's just a fact. I think Altrincham just getting in behind them a bit too easy here.
Well, Barrows has taken his time here to take this throw. Now launches it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Bounces over, hasn't been fully cleared yet. Conter, there must have been a foul, free kick.
Good job there was, because that was very relaxed from Conter there. Panic, I think. What's he doing?
I was thinking he's been a little bit lapsy-daisy with this one. Once again, apologies. The camera's normally great quality on the crowd for crowd spotting while we're doing commentary. As the ball goes up towards Tinkler. Tinkler wins the header, gets it inside. Gallagher needs to get there, turns his man, and referee says play on, judged to have fouled. As the ball's played forward for Hume. Can Hume keep it in? He can, and he's driving down the right-hand side of the pitch, right-hand side of the box. Can he cross a ball in? He's got men arriving now. He gets past his man, no cuts inside, he's still going, and he tried to beat one too many men. Go. And now this ball needs to be released quicker from Gateshead. Ollie gets the ball. Left-hand side of the pitch, just has to check himself to find a teammate. And now Pye plays it back to Langley. Yeah, Gateshead should have broke quick there. They need to distribute the ball quicker. Gave Altrincham all the time in the world to regroup.
Hurry up.
It's now Pye. Drives forward over the halfway line, still going. He's got Ollie next to him and gives it back to Pye. Bailey plays it forward. Ollie plays it over the top for the runner down Ward. It's the first time we've seen Ward get involved, and in Malarkey's having to. Oh, he plays very well to get past Ward, drives forward of it, but plays it straight into the feet of Ollie. Ollie plays it across to Tinkler, centre of the pitch. He's got the overlap on the far side, Magne, but he decides to go to the left-hand side. There's now Daly, carries it inside, gives it to Ward. Ward, tried to thread it through to Ollie, cleared by Altrincham. As Conter does very well to get in front of his man. Gateshead need to get this ball moving quicker as Daly has it inside the Altrincham half, inside. Dan Ward tried to play it forward, just straight off Malarkey again. And Con Clark turns, plays the ball over the top, and now it's a foot race between Hume and Pye. But Pye gets himself in front. You read that well because Daninga closed down the cross back to Langley. And Gateshead can try and build from the back again as Dananga blocks Bailey. Bailey gets the ball back though. Now Conter carrying the ball forward, plays it across to Tinkler. Campbell.
Rain coming down now.
Yeah, it is starting to come down heavy now. And just noticing Campbell dropping deep at the moment, not giving much option up there. There is a bit of movement though. Ollie's playing higher up. There's now Daly. Plays it inside to Campbell. Turns, gets it to Ward. Ward just couldn't hold it up. And now Ollie just closing down. Cleared as Daninga turns his man. But he fouled him.
Couldn't be anything but a foul.
There was definitely a push in the back, but I was waiting for the whistle. We have got a message here. Wibb has put we're missing Longstaff and Scott badly.
I think it's time to let that go.
Yeah, put it to bed. Howie. You could say we're missing Terry Hibbert as well, Howie.
Look, I've explained this a million times. It was activated. The Reece clauses were activated. There's nothing Gateshead could have done. The lads have got great offers to go and play at Notts County. Got terrific deals with a big club. It's about what's here and now, not what's gone. That's very much what happens at Gateshead. We talk about the here and now. We talk about the Blackett's and Martins and Campbells and Ollies and all these players, and especially the ones that help the club get this level.
Without a doubt.
Of course you're going to miss players like that. But
it's like, we don't want to sound like broken records and don't want to have, rants if people having their opinions, but sometimes you've just got to move it on. They left us in a better position. They left in a better position. That doesn't work many times in football, that. But we do have a break in play here. Ethan Pye, he's back up onto his feet. And we are going to say a substitution. Jevon Mills is going to come on here for Ethan Pye.
The injuries just keep mounting up, don't they?
But you got a central defender coming on loan from Hull. Of course, Ethan Pye on loan from Stockport County. So, big Jevon Mills coming on.
First time I've seen him, Dave. What's he like?
He's quite good. I haven't been unimpressed by him. I think he's obviously a lot of these loan deals is for the player to develop. Of course, you always hope that they'll hit the ground running. No massive, no massive question marks. You wouldn't be unhappy in starting, but you want to see more from the lad, as you do from any lone player. But Ollie plays it across to Tinkler. Tinkler plays the ball to Campbell, right-hand side. Inside to Bailey. This is better from Gateshead. Keep the ball moving, but there's a big gap and space here on the left-hand side, and Gateshead have to play it around the right and lose possession, get it back. Conter has to play it all the way back to Jevon Mills, gets his first touch. Calmly gives it back to Langley, who clears the ball right up the pitch towards Ollie, who didn't get off the ground, thought he was fouled, as Deninga comes back and he's offside. He was a good 5-10 yards off there when that ball was played.
Yeah, just little signs Gateshead are starting to
probe.
Find some momentum. That's a good
ball forward there now. Greg Ollie on the right hand side of the box of the corner, takes it down, crosses it in. Can he get the shot off? Can Gallagher? Oh, he did so well. It sat up for him turn, but he just couldn't get the power on it. And I tell you what, it's not often you get wet this far back in the Tyne and Wear stand, and that isn't a euphemism. It's raining here.
Game hasn't been that good.
Well, let's hope Bernard's chuckling about that one in the bed at hospital.
No, as I say, the wind is what breathes the razors blowing our direction. It's quite a light drizzle, kind of a misty rain more than anything.
Yeah, it just shows you how the wind does whirl around this stadium here. As Gates have a throw in, it's going to be taken down the left hand side. Gates are beaten in the air, nodded on to Deninga. Deninga, Magnate did well. Did Magnate? It's fouled. Tell you what, that was a good tussle. I didn't know if the referee was going to give it there.
Something he could do.
Well, to have the likes of Magni there to have a wrestle with some of the strong defenders in this league, strong attackers in this league, it's a good thing to have. We've got a message here from Con Rice. He's listening in on night shift. Thank you very much.
That's a good touch.
There's now Gateshead on the right-hand side of the box. Can they get it in? Downward, just dispossessing the ball, cleared down the line. Magni's there to get it to Tinkler. Now, what can they do? Conter in the centre circle.
Probably got that touch.
Gets it to Daly. There's Gallagher, plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell's going to thread it through for Ward, and just a few of these touches have just took a little nick off an Altrincham player there, but that's nice footwork there from Gateshead as Campbell gives it to Tinkler. Goes for his shot himself, skims through. No, he fancied his chances again. He scored on Saturday from that range. But the ball quickly distributed by Altrincham, and now Jackson drives down the right-hand side. He's still going.
That's good work there from Gallagher.
Gallagher got back to clear to cover the run, but Deninga has the ball in the centre, lays it off. Ball's going out to the left-hand side to Jones. Jones brings it down. He's going to give it back to Osborne. Osborne goes for a crossfield ball, but Jevons is there. And now Daly needs to start motoring with this ball. As he's still going, he's dispossessed. Should have done better there, Gallagher, not Daly. I've got them confused.
Yeah, someone's got to tell him there. We could see that from up here. There's a man on. And I don't think there's any communication towards him. We could be wrong. We are a long way away. But it didn't look like there was.
And Jackson driving forward towards it, running into the box. He's tried to cut inside. Jevon Mills did well to disrupt his run. Langley picks up the loose ball.
Shouldn't be allowed to carry the ball that far.
He got into the box too easy there.
Leaving the pitch was number 3, high, being replaced by number 31, Jevon Mills.
I'll just turn that camera off. There we go. Where it is, as you can see on the screen, still 0-0 here at Gateshead International Stadium. FA Cup action. Gateshead starting to look a little bit better here as the game goes on. But Altrincham, good stuff from Magnus. He's just so fouled him. Did have an arm around him. It's been a good tussle.
Yeah, you just feel something's missing at the moment with Gateshead, and it's just not quite clicking again. And I keep saying that. The worst signs when Ollie was starting to get more involved, and the little couple of breaks there, the shot from Tinkler, that there has been an improvement, but just not quite there yet.
Well, Ollie picks up the ball there as Conter's ball just got to him. Campbell tries to drop deep to get that one. Altrincham move the ball just a little bit too quick for Campbell to get to. Up towards Hume. Out to Jackson here. Right-hand side, Humes. Give him an option down the right-hand side. Cuts it back across. Con Clark goes for a curling shot, and wasn't too far away.
Yeah, he's got to rock his foot around that a little bit more. It's a great effort, by the way, but he's just got to get a little bit more more whip on it.
That's been the difference, how quickly they move the ball around the box.
Yeah, and also I don't think the fact we've got two players up top who are very, very good at holding the ball up. Gateshead don't have that. Obviously, we may say Aaron Martin second half, we may say Paul Blackett second half, but at the minute, Denanga and Hume, you can't ignore how well they're playing up top.
Well, ball bounces through, headed clear. Can get to pick it up midfield. Ollie does. Brings it down. Was that a hand? Definitely a hand.
Quite a blatant one as well.
Yeah. It's like a telescopic arm had come round and punched the ball. But it's a free kick to Gateshead right on the edge of the centre circle inside.
Mr. Tickle there, wasn't it?
It certainly was. Inside the Altrincham half. Bailey.
It's just static.
No movement at all. There's only Ollie that's trotting across. Ball goes through the centre though. Oh, Barrows nodded it down. Gallagher was behind him. Still not cleared yet. Now it's cleared by Altrincham, and it's going to go out of play between the dugouts for a throw-in. Yeah, very apparent how static the Gateshead forward line and midfield were there.
Yeah, it's nothing a classic so far.
Well, Stevenage await the winners of this game. As Altrincham have a throw in here, just down from their dugout on the left of us. Barrows goes for a long punt up pitch, but Tinkler's there, and Tinkler, he's went down in a heap. He didn't get to the ball second time, and now Altrincham on the break. Tinkler still down. It's going to be a shot from Con Clark over the bar, but Tinkler is in agony over there. He's writhing, and that does not look good. I think he just got caught on the ankle there as the both went in lunging for the ball. It was a 50-50. It was there to be won. In fairness, it was the poor touch.
It's a great tackle. He's stronger there. He's won the ball.
It was just his control let him down. The conditions, it's slippy out there. It slipped away from him after he chested it, and it just went too far away from the control.
Yeah, it did. And Altrincham nearly punished that as well with a good effort from just outside the area. You're looking, if he has to come off,
looking at the bench, you've got...
Could probably go in at fullback.
Hassani or
Gallagher going at fullback.
Gallagher, maybe Bailey. We'll have to see. Hopefully he doesn't have to come off.
I think it'll be all right.
Hassani is warming up.
The thing with Tinkler is, if he stays down, he's not one of the players that will stay down for the sake of it.
Well, let's hope it's just one of them ones that stings. See, that rain still coming down a little bit, tiny little bit, but not as bad as what it was before. It was a thick drizzle before. And, little update from around the FA Cup. Our neighbours in Northumberland are losing 1-0 down at Hollywood's team. It's safe to say. Wrexham, Ollie Palmer with the goal.
It was obviously the first game between those two sides, between Spartans and Wrexham. I really do think that Spartans' chance was on Saturday. They may well put it on tonight. I'd be shocked if they do, but they really did outplay Wrexham. I can't state how much they outplayed them.
I was following Twitter updates, and I did see that looked that way. Tinkler is up onto his feet now. He's walking a bit gingerly. I think they haven't signalled to the bench yet. Hassani has been warming up, and I think, yes, we might be seeing Lyric Hassani coming on. I think, yes, Robbie Tinkler's evening is done, and that, for the result, that is not an injury that we needed or wanted.
What is the amount of injuries at this club? And it's not strains or anything like that. It's impact injuries, just everything. Mike Williamson must be. I'm not Ian Watson. Must be tying the hair out.
Well, he looks dejected. They haven't made the sub yet. He's trying to run. I think he's done. He tried to trot there, didn't he? And just looked up to the heavens. And, well, that's Robbie Tinkler done. Gateshead temporarily down to 10 men as we wait for Hassani to come onto the pitch. We'll see how they
Tell you what, the one thing you will get from Hassani is that he's got energy. And
the work rate, yeah.
His work rate's phenomenal. So I do think it's a very good young player. Obviously scored a great goal here recently. He's someone that will come in and give them probably what Tinkler gives them down the right bar and the physical presence.
Well, still 0-0 if you all just joined us. Gateshead having to make their second substitution of the first half. Both defensive ones, as Ollie judged to have fouled Malarkey on the far side there.
Gallagher, wasn't it?
Was it Gallagher, was it? Sorry. Yeah. Well, on comes Lyra Hassani, and he's going straight over to that right back position. Well, Mark...
You know, when you consider the players that are out there, this is probably the biggest squad Gateshead's ever had.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that so many of them are injured.
And, I mean, add to that Dan Jarvis in the warm-up. You know, it's not a great night. And, looking at the bench, we thought, well, we've got 3 attacking options there. We're restricted to one of them if we need to make another substitution.
Being replaced by number 20, Lurak Hassani.
Well, it's going to be down to the character of the players on the pitch here tonight. If we're going to get something out of it, they're going to have to create it. They can't heavily rely on the bench now.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, you're probably looking at someone like it's a straight shootout between Black and Martin, isn't it? And
you would say so.
I mean, that's if they have to make a change. But at the minute, I feel really sorry for the management team, because it is just injury after injury. And
well, we have
big players as well.
We have a free kick here, about 20 yards inside the Gateshead half. Very central, a lot of players on the edge of the box. In it comes. Big men are up there. Malarkey heads it back across. It's been headed out by Gateshead. Only as far as Jackson, right hand side of the box. Takes down the dead ball line. Can he pull it back? Hits it off a Gateshead player. And now Campbell can clear the danger. And it's going to bounce out for a throw into Gateshead. And, I say Malarkey. No one picked up that run there of him, did they? And he headed that across. Lovely.
I kind of get the feeling Gateshead just having to maybe readjust to what's, a new setup again.
Lundstrom picks up ball in midfield, gives it to Osborne. Osborne plays back to Malarkey. Malarkey puts it over the top to Nanga. It's going to chase that, but it bounces all the way through to Langley.
Yeah, that doesn't look good, does it?
No. Robbie Tinkler walking in front of the 10-wheel stand, getting a good reception, but body language is quite apparent there. He's limping. Doesn't look a happy bunny. As the ball comes up towards Daly, he knocks the ball on. Ball cleared out for a throw in here in front of the Altrincham dugout. And I say, Dan Ward's had a quiet game. I think they've nullified him quite effectively, because obviously in the first game, in the league game the other week, he was obviously one of the players that was very dangerous.
Yeah, it just hasn't quite got going in the game yet, but hopefully Gateshead.
Okay, it's a passing about now. Daly, centre of the pitch. He's got Ward out on the right, who he finds now, corner of the box. Can Ward get the ball into the box? Crosses it in, deflects it into legs. Going to be cleared now by Altrincham, though. And they're passing it out under pressure.
Good.
Gateshead win the ball back through Ollie. Ollie gets it to Daly now. Hassani gives it to Conter. And now Gateshead trying to build as the scoreline coming in from Wales. It's 2-0 to Wrexham against Blythe. Was it Palmer for the second there? No, Mullen. Well, they put the big boys in this time. And is that game live as well in America as well? So, the name of Blythe Spartans keeps on travelling, doesn't it? As Langley just carries the ball out the box.
It's a movement.
Plays it forward to Ollie. Ollie plays it back to Jevons. Now it's pumped up towards...
I think that's the worst ball.
Towards Gallagher. Can they pick up the second ball? They can. It's nodded forward. Gallagher holds it off. Tries to get it forward for the run of Daly. Dan Ward comes over to get involved. Ball played down the line. When he kept in. Did it go out? Well, he picked it up before. It seemed to go out. Mike Williamson's up in arms, and it's been given the other way. But that took a massive reaction for both the linesmen and referee to get that decision right.
We can't comment because we can't see
Yeah.
for the dugout. But yeah, interesting one. What's he giving us? A free kick?
Offside.
No one took a throw in there, did they?
Not that I've seen, but Hume's not exactly how. That's a poor ball across the pitch, and it's been picked up in midfield. Gateshead disrupt, but it's been and Conter. Oh, referee says play on.
He's dived there.
Yeah. Well, a lot of balls there. Now can Gallagher get in front of Malarkey? Malarkey does well, turns his man, plays it back to Byrne. Campbell. He's going to put it in the back of the net! What a slip up in the back!
I'll tell you what, I think the keeper's injured here.
I think he looks like he's holding his wrist, doesn't it? But nonetheless, Gateshead take the lead. You'll take the goal any way it comes.
No, I think he's pulled something here, the keeper.
Well,
or bruised his pride, maybe. No, he's holding back these.
Yeah. Well, I think that might just be a little bit of
Well, that's a gift. That is a gift of the
pure
highest
gift,
order.
pure gift. And he took it into slow motions. I don't think he could believe it himself, did he? He just walked it into the back of the net. But the keeper seems to be moving all right. I think there's more ego that was bruised there.
I'll tell you something. Massive credit to Owen Gallagher there for the pressure that he put on the defender. It's down to that, he's forced the error. It's a horrendous back pass.
And to be honest, Owen Gallagher, he hasn't had much to write home about tonight, and he's created something out of nothing through the pressure.
Just going to keep an eye on the keeper.
Yeah, Bernie, he is holding that left hamstring every so often, but we'll keep an eye on it. I think that might just be a little bit of play acting, but nearly a ball through to Nanga. Gateshead managed to clear.
Gateshead now just need to calm this down and try and get themselves down through to half time. There's another one.
There's another one. And Campbell nearly latched onto that. And Altrincham looking a little bit shaky at the moment as they get the ball forward to Hume. Hume's got Jackson on the overlap if he needs him. Gives it to him now. Now Jackson puts a cross into low one. Jevon Mills is there to clear it. Lovely footwork to get past his man. Gateshead on the attack now. There's the ball over the top for Gallagher. He's in a foot race with Malarkey, and he's been they went down in a heap, but Gallagher did have his arm around Malarkey there. So free kick quickly taken.
Number 11, Adam Campbell.
Well, it seemed to happen in slow motion, the way the ball come across and the goalkeeper slipped, but there was Adam Campbell just to put it in the back of the net, and he just walked it in. At first I thought he was unsure if it was going to be offside or the ball on the top. Now Campbell is onside. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Can he finish it? He can! Adam Campbell! He doubles the lead.
I'll tell you what, sometimes in the FA Cup you just need a little bit of luck. Gateshead have got a massive slice of that first goal, but there's nothing lucky about that second one. A lovely ball through to Campbell. And I'll tell you what, from the minute he's taken his first touch, there's never any doubt where that ball's going to end up. It's such a calm finish. Keeper no chance. I tell you what, if you'd said this 5 minutes ago, Gates would be 2-0 up going into half time, I would have laughed at you.
That was timed to perfection. His run, it found him 10 yards away from any player. That's how well he timed that.
The thing is as well, Dave, I was watching the line, the defensive line, and they've just buckled, completely and utterly buckled. 2 players have moved forward, trying to play offside. 2 have stayed. Campbell's just raced in behind, and like I say, never any doubt he was going to score there.
Beautiful finish. Yeah, let's hope so. Robbie Tinkler getting a fine response from the Tyne Weir stand here. He is hobbling, boots off. Doesn't look good. Let's hope it isn't one of those dreaded metatarsals. Need to change the score on the screen now. Thank you for reminding us, Mark. 38 minutes gone. It is Gateshead 1, Altrincham 0. 2. Sorry, 2. All happened all at once.
Second goal. Number 11, Adam Campbell.
Well, let's get some composure back. Let's see.
No, let's get another one.
Yeah. Well, Con Clark plays it inside. Ball just curls through to.
It's all about game management.
Langley.
Gateshead. We've got 8 minutes to half time.
We said before something was going to have to happen. This team was going to have to do it themselves. And, well, fortunate with the first, but it was through hard work. And the second one was a sublime finish. There's He's nearly going to get into his own ball forward there. Gallagher played all the way back to Byrne, who plays it to Barrows.
Better pressure, much better.
Yeah, Gateshead have got the tails up now as Hume. He's magnificent on the ball, isn't he, Hume, when he gets it at his feet. But now Jackson has it, plays it inside to Osborne. Osborne get Hume now. Dead ball line, tries to get past his man. Sticks to him like glue. Now he gets across. He's going to bounce out for a corner there. Roll out even. Throw in, yeah.
Well, that job, Mills, because it just looked as if he was going to turn away from him and get in the box there, Hume.
Just looks so dangerous, Hume, doesn't he? I mean, from the opening stages, you could see he's up for it tonight.
Oh, he's done it for years. He's done it for absolutely years. You know, a number of clubs. He's a player you just can't let get away from you. And I really think this is a dangerous forward line. Gateshead obviously got the advantage now, but...
Well, Campbell has the ball now. Gateshead on the attack inside his own half, plays it forward. Gallagher, nice turn. Can he lay this off? He's got the run of Daly. Daly's there. Plays it to Daly, left-hand side of the box. Can he get the cross? Pulls it back. It's deflected back to him. Now gets it to Campbell. The ball wasn't great, but it gets through to Ollie. Ollie plays a crossfield ball to Hassani. Good vision. Hassani plays it down the line for Dan Ward, left-hand side inside the box. Can he get this one across? He can get a corner for his troubles. That's better from Gateshead.
Much better. It's exactly what you were saying earlier on, Dave. Move the ball quicker, more movement, more enthusiasm. Just everything's just far improved. That little bit of luck. That big bit of luck.
Well,
Gateshead got.
I'll say the vision from Ollie there to pick out Hassani as well, the way he did. Lovely players playing with some confidence now.
The one thing you will say is Gateshead don't have a lot of height, so you wouldn't be surprised if this ended up going short.
Yeah. Well, in it comes towards Bailey, gets the head off. Tipped over the bar.
Really well worked. Really well worked. What a ball from Ollie. Great run from Bailey. He's went a long way around the back there.
Nobody picked him up.
That's what Gateshead are going to have to do because of the height advantage that Altrincham got. They're going to have to be a little bit cute and a little bit clever with these set pieces.
We are, as Greg Ollie trots over to this side to take the corner again. Well, Greg places the ball down. A lot of players in a huddle in the D. As now ball goes short this time. Campbell picks it up, puts it back to Ollie. Can Ollie get a cross in? Plays it to Daly. In comes the cross. It's deep towards the back there. Nodded up in the air. Shot off from Daly. Magnet even, sorry. It's going to be cleared though by Altrincham down the left-hand side of the pitch. There's Jevon Mills to intercept. This is better from Gateshead. They're picking up the second ball. Just couldn't get that one through as Osborne lays it off. Now it's forward. Oh, there we go. Anticipation from Gateshead at the minute. A lot better. When the wind's in your sails, it's in your sails. Look at that as Dan Ward. Can he get a shot off tight angle? Keeper does well. It is near post there. Just stung his hands and down. I thought it initially went in for a corner originally.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to sneak in that near post at first, didn't it? A really ambitious effort from Dan Ward. He had to do it though. He had no one in the box.
Very tight angle. Well, ball played forward now. We're into the 42nd minute. 2-0 to Gateshead at the minute as the ball played out to Jones on the far side. Ball comes in. Grass cut. It's going to fall to Daninga. Daninga's closed, but now the shot from outside the box and Gateshead managed to clear their lines.
Talk about decision making there. Luke Hassani, he's only a young lad, but he's made a decision there to try and force the game, force forwards and push Altrincham back. And he's just got caught. He left a lot of space in behind him. It was really naive.
But the defence did well. I think Daninga should have maybe tried to get a shot off quicker there.
First touch has killed him. Well done.
Ball cleared by Magnet. Gallagher chasing down, does well.
Not again.
Malarkey had to correct himself. He's still going with the ball, but Gallagher has been like a rash all over him for the last 10 minutes as the ball played forward. Daninga with an audacious flick. Jevons puts it forward. Barrows nods it up towards Con Clark. Con Clark comes off him and it's a throw to Gateshead.
Don't put Campbell in.
As now we're waiting for a throw. as we've got people walking in front of us who couldn't see us now. It's going to be cleared up the pitch by cultured from Magny there, calmly just backheads it to his keeper, and he receives the ball again here.
Paul Dixon caused him bother there.
He was. You think all the games he's commentated on, he'd learn not to stand in front of a commentator as the offside flag comes up there, but referee says play on.
Put your flag down now, mate. It's play it on.
As Lundstrom turns, finds space, plays it out to the left-hand side. That's good vision. Now they're bringing it forward as Jones pulls it back. Shot from Con Clark. Appeals for handball. I didn't see where it hit. Just went into a crowd of players. It could have been given.
You look instantly at reactions of players, and I think one or two Altrincham players have appealed, but no one else has.
Yeah.
Sometimes can tell you a lot.
Well, so we're into the last minute of normal time in the first half as the ball goes across the far side. Jones nods it down.
Someone's got to take responsibility right side because they're overloading Kazani quite a lot here.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to maybe go one up front and pull Dan Ward back and just protect Lyric a bit, at least until half time when we win the final minute now.
Definitely. I think they've noticed that as well because they're overloading that side with three players as they drive forward with the ball now, and they're trying to exploit that as now the cross was shot. Oh, and Langley's there and it's been placed into the back of the net. Langley made the save down to his right-hand side. It skimmed back to Dinanga, who had the empty net, just prodded it home. But there, it came from that left-hand side, as we said, and they overloaded it and got the space.
Yeah, like I say, you want to say that at half-time, and it doesn't quite happen for Gateshead. Obviously now Altrincham back in the game. Dan Langley won't be overly happy about his role in that. You know, he probably should have smothered it out wide. But again, we talk about the pitch. It is very, very, very skinny.
Yeah. Slick.
Slick. Good word.
There's now Daly. Didn't see how many minutes was added on there because when we scored, they put the minutes up. But we're into added on time as now Osborne plays it across. And Gateshead just need to keep themselves in good shape here and see it out till half time as the ball comes across to Jackson, who finds himself in space. Barrows on the inside, who he uses. He drives forward with the ball, plays it to Osborne, who plays a deep one across, and Langley has to fist that one clear athletically. And now Jones, left back, plays it down the line. And it's going to come back up towards Jones, who turns, slips, right, and now Gateshead need to break here. They need to get players forward. There isn't enough people for Dan Ward to aim at. Now they can try and do it on the right-hand side as the ball's played back to Dan Ward.
Palm it down.
Hassani carries the ball forward, gives it back out to Bailey. Ward, sorry. Now, Gateshead just keeping control of the ball. Plays it back to Magnier from Ollie. Now across to Jevon Mills. Jevon Mills with a nice bit of footwork to get past to Dinanga, the goal scorer. Well, it's been a case of two.
Scorer for Altrincham was number 30, Marcus Dinanga.
It's been a case of two strikers in the right position at the right time to put the ball in the back of an empty net.
It has. It has. You know, sometimes I think there's a little bit more luck about Gateshead than there was Altrincham's. But it disappoints to give that goal away so close to half time. But Gateshead, you know, the positive is that they haven't played well. They're taking a lead into half. Well, hopefully taking a lead into half time.
Well, there can't be much longer left here in the first half. But at the moment, Gateshead on the attack again, though. As Gallagher plays it through. Campbell, can he? Oh, it just took him wide. Still got the ball, though. Pulls it back across. Too many blue shirts, and it's been cleared out for a throw to Gateshead, left-hand side.
We thought about Adam Campbell's pace. We can get him in behind quite easily. He's done well there.
Well, Daly. Campbell's the only man that's making runs here and movement. Well, this is frustrating as the ball comes into the middle. Nodded forward by Gallagher, and it's going to be a goal kick.
Half time, I think.
Yeah. Well, let's say from the early stages, we wouldn't have thought Gateshead would have been holding on near the end to hold the lead in the first half, but they've took their chances through fortune and through skill, let it be said.
Look in his watch. I think that might. He's not showing any interest in blowing up, is he?
He isn't at the moment, no. Well, we are now kicked out the ball kicked out of Langley's hands. We're still waiting this half-time whistle as the ball's headed forward. Ward holds it up. Can he turn his man? He kind of gets it through to Gallagher. Gallagher does well himself. Just couldn't pick it out, and he was wrestled to the ground there after he got rid of the ball. Bailey slips in midfield. Now it's been played up the line. Gateshead should deal with that well and have.
So it's not on a less slicker pitch. That might be a good ball in the end.
Well, I think both teams dying for the half-time whistle here to get in. Well, as we mentioned before, Stevenage, top of the league, they await the winners of this game. And at the moment, it's edging towards Gateshead, but there's a lot of football to be played here tonight. And there isn't any more in the first half. And that is the first half whistle. Gateshead 2, Altrincham 1. 2 goals for Campbell. 1 fortunate, 1 sublime. And Dan Langley will be disappointed he didn't manage to hold on to the ball from that shot that led to their goal.
Yes, one of the strangest halves of football I think we've seen here for a long time. I don't think Gateshead have played particularly well, have in little spells. Got a slice of luck with the goal, the first one. As I say, nothing wrong with the second one. They'll be annoyed, no one more so than Dan Langley, to give one away. But they've got the lead, that's a big plus. They have to be better second half.
And also,
we
haven't mentioned the injuries as well. Injury in the build-up. Sadly, couldn't do anything about that. 2 injuries in the first half as well. 2 substitutions. It's not looking good, is it, for going into the second half? Where if you do need to make a tactical change or another injuries force change.
I've been, covering the football for over a decade now in the media, and I've never known a club have so many injuries and be as unfortunate. Not sure why.
I don't know why the referee's getting booed. It just seems to be tradition, I think. Well, on that note, we will be back in about 10 minutes. We're going to play out highlights from one of the Heat On Me podcast shows. If you haven't been to watch the Heat On Me podcast, it's like this. We're going to speak to an away fan this weekend and we'll be back very shortly.
Always give the podcast one more share. We're joined by our guest, Paul. How are you doing, Paul?
Evening, chaps. You all right?
Yeah, fantastic. Can you hear us all right?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Oh, good. You always fear when we have a guest come on. Sometimes the link isn't the greatest, but
it's nice to see a fella Baldy come. Look at that. Get in. You're like me. You got more hair on your chin than on your head.
They say I should turn my head upside down.
Yeah. I've been told that a few times, to be fair, Paul.
You've been told to have your head a shake, Mickey. Paul, obviously we've got the game coming up on Saturday. How's the season started for yourselves?
Unbelievably well, as you sort of alluded to just a few moments ago. Way beyond the expectation, I think, of any Wealdstone fan, especially after seeing pre-season. It was slightly underwhelming. There was, you always get the trialists, and we're never sure who the management team are going to sign on. We lost the 2 or 3 more influential players from last season, where we finished 16th. So unbelievable. 3 wins out of 4. The 3 wins that we have actually got are probably against the 3 stronger teams on paper, having lost to Eastleigh. So listen, we're not silly. We're only a sort of 1 defeat away from possibly a bad run, that sort of thing. But we'll take it. 3 out of 4 and sort of second in the league at this time is unbelievable.
It's not a bad way to start.
You haven't got your championship button up already.
No. Listen, we're very. we're very realistic. We punch above our weight. We have done for this is our third season now in the National League, and we survived the first two. Did very well last season. No, it's 9 points towards safety. I think more than 9 points towards getting in the playoffs in League Two.
Yeah, I think we're probably the same. Just want to get as many points on the board as possible.
Yeah,
oh, without that. I think when you look at Wealdstone and what may hinder them going forward is the strength and depth in the squad. So if we can pick up as many points as we can whilst we're playing well, and the team are obviously doing very well, you hope you might pick up a few loan deals off the back of that, and let other players want to come and join if we're looking to sign others. So I think strength in depth is going to be probably something that will go against us. So by getting these points on the board is really going to help sort of getting into those stickier, colder, more difficult months, in and around and after Christmas. Definitely,
it's always the thing, isn't it? You don't want to get into a bad run of form when it's bad weather and travelling and horrible dark nights. It's never the greatest. But are Wealdstone full time, or used one of the few part time outfits?
No, we have one full time employee at the football club who is a chap that runs the club on a day-to-day basis on the non-footballing side.
Yeah.
The whole footballing operation is part-time. Our manager, Stuart Maynard, is actually a BT engineer, and he doesn't work on a Tuesday because he commits his time to Wealdstone on a Tuesday, and they train on traditionally as they used to in non-league on a Tuesday and Thursday. I think the strength and conditioning coach Rachel, she looks after them on a Monday sort of via a Zoom meeting and that sort of thing. So I mean, listen, they're doing extremely well. Gone are the days where you are, as Oldham fans suggested, they're plasterers and plumbers and farmers, but
I think everyone knows about nutrition and fitness now.
Yeah.
It's in general day-to-day life, let alone athletes, and most of these players have been at bigger clubs, haven't they, or been involved at some point, so they look after themselves.
And these lads are footballers. They just happen. I think the biggest thing that we don't get as a football team, as a squad, I guess, is the contact time with the management. Not doing 4 or 5 hours a day on the training field. They're doing 4 or 5 hours a week. But they're all. I think we've probably got 2 or 3 that maybe have other jobs, but I think mainly football is their main focus. So we're lucky in that sense. And I guess us and maybe Dorking. I know you mentioned Dorking. Yeah. Moments ago, and Maidenhead could be either they try and cherry pick the best part-time footballers that the country can offer, and we certainly got some in Jack Cook and Max Kretschmar come in and done extremely well.
Yeah, it's always a challenge. I mean, obviously we're still full-time, which I didn't expect when we got demoted, but not by our own doing, of course. But it's one of them leagues where you do notice it is harder to compete against the full-time sides, isn't it?
Oh yeah, without that. And the thing was, when we came into it 3 seasons ago, we didn't have the setup we even have now, and it's those small steps to non-national league safety and national league status. 3 seasons ago, I mean, we were recruiting lads from the Ryman's Premier Division, some National League South teams. Now we're able to recruit National League standard players, those lads that have experience of the league. And I think that's where the biggest difference has come in the last 3 years is the recruitment. Because we've stayed in the league, because we play the type of football and brand of football we do, everything has helped come, be better.
Mm-hmm. Well, just on that, we've got a question. Paul, what are the Wealdstone tactics for coming to the game? I don't know if you want to give all that away, but do you hold the midfield or do you press up front straight away? What kind of football do Wealdstone play?
No, Wealdstone very much play a possession-based game. They play out of the back. They get caught a few times. Teams that do press Eastleigh, I think, very much were one that put the press on, whereas these bigger sort of ex-league teams and the bigger teams tend to sort of sit off and we can play through the lines that little bit. But we certainly do play very, very good possession-based football. We try and get on the front foot, try and load on the wings and out wide, and sometimes outgun teams. We're not particularly big, we're not particularly aggressive. And there's a lot of people sort of say the National League you need 6 foot giant. You wait till you play Woking. They're about I think the average height is about 6'2", right? So we haven't got that. We got a few bigger lads, but we're quick, small, young, and have a desire to want to sort of get forward and play attacking football.
Well, I think it sounds exactly like the conversation we had last week. Very similar to what the way Gateshead play, yeah. So
I think it's probably very much the same. Very much the same. I think that's how we won the National League South a few years ago. That's how Dorking have gone up. So we've got our management team in Stewie and Matt. They've stuck to their principles over the last 1.5-2 years they've been in charge. I don't think they'll ever change. The benefit of that is it's almost like a little bit like academy football. So we've had good experience with loaning academy lads who've come in, and it's done them the world of good. A few of them are playing in the EFL Cup tonight who were with us last year, because we play a good brand of football, and these non sort of lower league EFL teams want their youngsters to come and play with us. So you should see an attractive game with Wealdstone. It can sometimes be frustrating and boring because they keep the ball that little bit too much if the fans are being honest at times, but it works. On the whole, it works. And clearly 9 out of 12 points, it's showing that it's working.
Certainly is.
Well, we did try to put the camera back on, but it doesn't work there. As you can see, we're having troubles with that. You are joining us back here. It is half-time. Gateshead winning 2-1 in the FA Cup 4th round replay. But it's going to be a long 45 minutes. Gateshead have already had to use 2 of their substitutions already in the first half, with injuries to Robbie Tinkler and Ethan Pye. And it's going to be one of those nights. Gateshead have to do it the hard way. But at the moment, everything's rosy. They're winning 2-1. And Adam Campbell has scored an absolute fantastic goal. Our counterparts from Radio Alti, they were asking if we thought it was offside. They obviously thought it was. I thought it was a perfectly timed run. We'll see in the highlights if that is the case. I thought he timed it really well. You will see in them highlights as well. Remember to subscribe to Gateshead FC TV on YouTube, and you will see them highlights and also their social media for the notification when those highlights go live, because Jack McGragan does a fantastic job with that. Right, just looking around town where I stand, a lot of people just stand around to try and keep warm. It is getting a little bit nippy here. It's not too bad at the moment, but let's hope this second half does warm people up. I don't think there'll be any changes from Gateshead coming out the second half. They'll want to try and keep that last remaining substitute for as long as possible. Mark, do you think Altrincham might change their stance coming out in the second half?
No, but I think what you will see is that they'll probably look to expose Leroy Kasani even more on that right, or their left-hand side, Gateshead's right. It is a very, you take out Carl Magny out the back 4 or the back 5, including Dan Langley. It's a very, very young defence Gateshead have got now, 3 19-year-olds, a 20-year-old, and Carl Magny must feel like a dad in there. I think looking after the kids, but
it's gonna. I'm not going to say it's going to be backs to the wall, but it's going to have to be the utmost concentration here, because they're going to be applying the pressure like they did in the first half. They're not letting us play out from the back. They're not going to let us get into any rhythm. We're going to have to take the game to them and mix it with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Gateshead can afford to sit in and try and protect what they've got. They're going to have to try and get a third goal to kill it, and try and get not kill it, but certainly make things a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable. But it's going to be a difficult setting off. It's going to be a slog. The one thing I will say about this Gateshead side is that they will have a go. They will stick together. They will keep going. They'll keep working hard. It's going to take a lot of guts for the second half here. The worst case scenario, I guess, would be going into extra time.
It certainly would. Well, so we've just heard the referee's whistle there. The teams will be back out very, very shortly.
Tell you what, I think Gateshead might be making a change, by the way.
Does look like Aaron Martin's being called over, doesn't it? That's Paul Blackett.
I'll tell you what, he is coming on.
Well, shows you Let's hope it's not another injury.
You don't make a change at half time if it's not.
Well, Gateshead now. Well, a little bit concerning, to say the least.
Very concerning.
Well, Paul Blackett is getting stripped and ready to come on. Alan Guest has asked if the game is level at 90 minutes, does it go to extra time or straight to penalties? It's extra time. Extra time, sadly.
I don't know if it goes to extra time, if Gateshead do get another sub, though. Or both sides get a sub.
I'm not sure. Aren't you allowed 5 subs in the FA Cup?
Oh, they change every round.
Yeah. Because I got caught out with that against Charlton, didn't I?
Yes.
There was a little bit of panic. Well, if you're listening to that one,
if I can try and be a bit more positive.
Yep.
Gateshead do now have a natural striker on the pitch.
It will free up the momentum, gives up the space a bit more. And who do you think might make way here? Do you think Hassani might go off and Gallagher might go back?
I don't think it'll be Lirak. It won't be.
Well, there's a lot of movement down there as the away team do come out, led by Hume. As Mike Williamson had a little word with Hume there as he come out. Well, there's one thing to say, we'll definitely not be seeing Rob Elliott come onto the pitch. He's not stripped, is he? It's definitely going to be Montgomery if needed.
Hassani's back out. Gallagher's back out. Campbell's back out. Dan Ward. Nope.
There's Dan Ward there.
Dan Ward. Magnet. Bailey.
No, Bailey's there.
Bailey's there. Nobody.
Dan Ward. It's obviously Dan Ward doesn't know. Well, if he does, he's straight to the bench, yeah. So there we go. Dan Ward off. Looks like it'll be. And we're going to see.
So that tidies up what happens up top. So you've got Blackwell go through the middle. Campbell come out wide. Gallagher will go probably right hand side. Oh, sorry. Campbell might be going right hand side. Gallagher left.
Yeah, it looks like Campbell's going to go right hand side here. But Paul Blackett, he's ready to come on now. Just been checked by the fourth official. And well, the games give us quite a bit so far. A lot of talking points.
It must be an injury, because if Dan Ward was ill or something like that, you would think he wouldn't be on the bench.
I don't know. He come out stripped, ready to go on the pitch there. I think that's been a tactical change later on.
I'm not sure about that. I don't think he would make a tactical change now.
Well,
I could be wrong.
Let's hope it isn't an injury. But as it stands, here we are. We're about to go into the second half. Gateshead shooting towards the fell end in their grey and strips with black shorts, white socks, and Altrincham in their navy blue with their yellow slash across the top there. As we were missing one Altrincham player there, as Edward Jones comes out. And he got better as the game went on last week. Edward Jones, flying wing back. As Gateshead get us underway as Bailey pings the ball into no man's land and out it goes for a throw in.
I mean, you've never seen anything like this. There'll be three subs or off. Well,
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You look at the players who are out. It's ridiculous how this is going on.
The throw halfway inside Gateshead's half on the far side. Altrinham's half even. And they've mucked up with the scoreboard as well. They've started again the time. They couldn't get it to carry on.
I can't get her out.
I'm going to have to. I'm going to struggle when I get past 20. As the ball's played forward. Intercepted though.
Great pressure.
Good pressure from Campbell. Far side. Ball played forward up towards Dinanga. Picked up in midfield though. Played inside.
Too easy.
Osborne plays it forward, and that was a fall there by one of the Altrincham players, and now it's been cleared by Gateshead. Gateshead moving the ball quicker, getting players forward quicker as Campbell opens up down the left. He's got support. from Gallagher if he wants it. Plays it through the middle to Campbell. Campbell lays it back to Ollie. Ollie goes for the shot. Just couldn't get it on target.
Good. And there already you see the outlet of Paul Blackett. I think Greg's tried to place that rather than going for power. Tried to place it in that top corner. Just couldn't quite cut him off. Remember before the game, Dave, when I said give it an hour in temperature?
It has started to drop, hasn't it? Although I've got a thicker coat, I'm not really feeling it, so I'm all right at this moment in time. Although I have got a bit of a croaky voice. Well, Byrne places the ball down for this goal kick. All in luminous green. Dan Langley, luminous pink. As Bailey wins the header, gets it up to Blackett. Blackett couldn't control it. Barrows puts it over the top looking for Denanga. Jevon Mills heads it up the pitch. Free kick to Gateshead. Well, as you mentioned there, the instant impact of Blackett, he had the players on either side of him flanking him as well, getting up there and giving them some support. Makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. And just quick tactical word, Gallagher looks like he's on the right with Campbell on the left.
I'd expect him to change as well throughout this. As the ball goes up towards Ollie, but it's intercepted. It's going to bounce out of play for a throw into Gateshead. Level with the corner of the box on the far side. Conter. Campbell plays it down the line and goes out of play for a throw to Altrincham.
I've got to be honest, I've been really, really impressed with Luke Daly since I've seen a couple of times I've seen him now. Looks a very capable player. Gives good balance on the left, gets forward well. Defensively could probably improve a little bit, but that'll come with age.
Well, the throw about to be taken by Barrows. Gives it to Lundstrom. Lundstrom under pressure. There's good stuff from Gateshead making them played across their own defence.
Good ball.
And now Jones plays it forward to Con Clark. Played inside Gateshead, pick up the ball though. Played forward and Campbell just releases it too soon for Blackett. Out it goes for a goal kick. But that's better. A lot better.
Well, Gateshead have an outlet now. And they have someone who will try and get in behind the defence. That wasn't really happening too much.
Ball played up to Hume. Doesn't keep it in. Gateshead throw.
I like that Gateshead are still trying to be positive. They're not getting sucked into playing the way they don't want to play. He's offside there, Blackett, if he goes for it.
Well, Altman player touched it, turned and cleared it, and the offside flag goes up. That's very pedantic from the referee. And he's pulled it back as well. That's poor officiating. But Jones brings the ball forward, the right back, the left back even. See, gets it inside to Osborne, plays it back. Plays it forward and
got through the press there really.
Lundstrom plays it out to the right hand side, but it took a deflection. Gateshead can now try and clear, but making life hard for themselves there.
Just got to shift it there. Just got to shift it.
When you've got Con Clark and Deninga and Hume around the box, you can't be lapsy-daisy with your passes at the back.
No.
Conter trying to hold it up. Interceptors turns, and now Jones is going to lay it off for the other Jones, who on the overlap, the centre back, he's up there like a winger. Plays it off Hassani for a corner. Fortunate there.
This is where I think Altrincham could maybe benefit. They've got a big side. Good delivery will cause Gateshead problems.
Well, Elliot Osborne is going to take this corner down to our left-hand side. Puts it in towards the back post. It's been headed. And it's went in for another corner. Daly's seen it out. I thought it was going to be a goal kick the way he let it go out. But we're going to see another corner here from Osborne.
So coming on as well for Altrincham.
In it comes. It's a deep one again. Headed clear, free header. But Gateshead need to clear the lines. Try and win the second ball, but Altrincham going to pass it around the back to try and build up here. There's good pressure from Blackett all the way through. Oh, Byrne gets there and clears the ball. Up it goes up to Langley. Scoops it as the ball comes to him. And Daly plays it back to Jevons. Jevons plays a crossfield ball to Hassani. Hassani's touch wasn't the greatest, but he manages to get it because a poor ball to Magny, who does the defender's thing and puts it out. Lundstrom going to take the throw here. I'm going to say nope.
Ryan Clough coming on maybe.
Dinanga gives it to Jones. Jones plays it inside. Con Clark, good feet work. Oh, put it across. Thankfully Campbell's there to help sort it out and cleared eventually. Blackett couldn't hold the ball up, bounces through. James Jones gives it to Edward Jones, gets it back. It's Jones to Jones at the minute. Ball played forward. Ball went out, and it is a throw into Gateshead in between the dugouts. Now they're not in a hurry to take this substitution here. Well, it's headed back up towards Hassani. Hassani wins the header. Gallagher tries to chest it to Ollie, but it's been cleared now. Picked up in midfield by Gator. Ball put over the top for Campbell to run onto. Malarkey had to come over and clear and put it out. Well there.
It's a clever ball, you know. It probably looks like it's a bit of a hit and hope, but it's a clever ball in behind. It
was definitely aimed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Clough is going to come on here. And we know what he brings to the party is Jackson is going to be the player that makes way. And he quickly gets off the pitch and walks behind the goal. Gets to have a throw halfway inside the Altrincham half on the far side. No, he doesn't. Throw taking Campbell. Gives it back to whence it came. Campbell gets it back, brings it down well, gets past one man, couldn't get past the second, cleared. And now Gateshead need to try and pick up the ball. They do. Bailey plays it across to Hassani. Gateshead driving forward the right hand side. He needs some support though. There's nobody there. Quickly closed down. Bailey plays it through the centre. Ollie flicks it to Blackett, cleared by Malarkey. And Hassani plays it back into the middle to Ollie. Ollie gets it to
good turn.
Gallagher, he's got Campbell there, and he's dived down. Free kick in a dangerous position. Greg Ollie territory, 25 yards out, very central.
Substitution for Altrincham as number 17, Bradley Jackson leaving the pitch, being replaced by number 11, Ryan Clough.
Well, you could see that tackle was going to come in as soon as he got away from him. The cynic in us was saying pass it to Campbell. As soon as he got it, Campbell was running on the shoulder of the man.
It is dangerous, but one of them you kind of want to hit along the floor with the way the grass is here.
Well,
it's a long 10 yards, by the way.
It certainly looks it, doesn't it? So, well, if that's the case, it's 28 yards out. Well, Ollie takes us a few steps back now. Can he get it up and over? Oh, straight into the wall and cleared by Altrincham. Magny's there to nod it down to Daly. Devons puts it across. Now can get to keep moving with the ball. Ollie on the left-hand side. A little bit of trickery, keeps a hold of it. Ollie gets the ball back, plays it inside to Bailey. Bailey didn't look, just played it blindly in front of him, but he gets the ball back. Conter plays it across to Campbell. Ball forward for Blackett. The ball played. Oh, well, defender puts it out. He didn't try to put it out for a corner, but
getting for offside. But again, he's got his centre back partners playing Blackett on there.
I was expecting Altrincham to come out and be a little bit more fierce and push.
During a slight lull in the play.
Still time yet, of course, but I was expecting it from the off.
6. The money has been cleaned.
Particularly on the left against Hassani.
Well, they haven't capitalised as Ollie is going to bring this in from the far side. In it comes. Up and I think it was Magni was up in the air, but it's fell to Hassani, but to back across. Jevons couldn't get the header on it. Now it's been poked clear. Campbell's the man to get in front of it though. Ollie gets over towards the corner flag. Can he keep it in? He can. Needs to. Oh, he's been dispossessed. And now battling to get it back as it's been cleared up the pitch by Altrincham. Conter's there. Conter does get it to Campbell. Campbell gets it back to Conter. Conter needs to find. No one made a run from him there. Oh, and he's played it to Denninger on the halfway line. Now Altrincham can break as Con Clark in the centre of the pitch plays it out to Barrows. Sorry, it isn't Barrows, it's Collar Clough who came on. Collar Clough cuts in with the ball, tries to play it inside, gets it back off 1-2 off a gated player. Now Denninger, edge of the box, back to Collar Clough. Camped out on the edge of the area here or Altrincham at the moment. Collar Clough, right hand side of the pitch. Twisting and turning against Campbell, doesn't get it past. Oh, how did he keep that in? He has. Still looking that touchdown, but he didn't pick out an Altrincham player. Gateshead can clear it, but the ball up to Blackett wasn't good. And it's a throw into Gateshead. How is he? The referee has done. Well, he's given it. So that's good news there. We've got a wink and a nod from Tinkler to say that it's not as bad as what we might have thought. Bloodknock listening in from Wales. Thank you very much. There's some other ones there. Hi boys, Newcastle fan, loving the heed. Hope they went away the heed. Oh, thank you very much for sending that message, James. There's now ball forward now to Bailey. Bailey, can he get this ball cut back across? He can, wins a corner. Well done. Really nice touch from Gallagher as well.
It was. You know what? Gallagher's got better as the game's gone on. I like to see him have a run at the fullback. He hasn't quite done that yet, second half. But really good run there from Owen Bailey.
I say, obviously, Gallagher playing a lot higher than he's used to, but he's carved out a chance through his hard work. I say, forced a mistake, should I say, through his hard work, and he's looked good and little flicks. He's getting in the right positions. But Ollie now with a corner here on the right hand side. Campbell's come across. I don't think it's going to go short. In it goes towards the middle there. Oh, those bodies coming in. Played across to Campbell here. Campbell puts a curling cross shot behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's again the movement from Gateshead's better.
Well,
what's happening here?
There's the ball boy didn't get the ball quick enough. There was only one ball. I had to get it from in between the fourth official there. But now we're back underway. Altrincham give away a throw in on the far side. Rob Elliott isn't happy with one of the officials from Altrincham. Fourth officials telling him to go back to his dugout. Another throw to Gateshead. It's went just off the boil here at the moment, hasn't it?
Well, the action's on the touchline.
And it seems to be. Well, with the throw, Conter. Oh, poor ball and intercepted. Now they're on the break and then another poor ball there.
Yeah, really.
Let off the hook.
You know, that's twice now. Conter, not under pressure, by the way, has given the ball away far, far too easily. He's got to sharpen up the young man.
Well, Gallagher beaten in the air by Jones. Osborne, Conter does win the ball. Does he get it to Blackett? He does. Oh, good stuff from James Jones to win the ball back. Edward Jones plays it inside to Denninger. He's going to play it onto the foot. He plays it through the centre. Gets it to Con Clark. Gets a shot off straight at Langley. And that was a nice bit of movement from Altrincham to find that.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Denninger. He's had a good game so far and looks a real threat.
Well,
stop giving the ball away. Keep possession.
Yeah, he's trying to get past his man. Was Hassani there?
Free kick. Gateshead have got to stop surrendering possession so easily.
I think it's simple pass and move. You've got to do it. They're trying to take on too many men, or it's been lapsy-daisy passing. It's the only way you can describe it in midfield, and they haven't been punished for it yet. But Osborne puts a dangerous one in here. The big men are up there towards the back. Gateshead managed to put it out for a corner.
It's just the hands going up there. It looked as if they were appealing for a penalty. Good nice from the Altrincham fans.
Yeah, Altrincham fans making themselves known. Big thank you to everyone tuning in. It is Gateshead 2, Altrincham 1. Now, a game that's seen a fair bit happen so far as we await this corner to come in. It's towards the near post, head nodded on. And it put across as Langley manages to palm that away. And Gateshead now just need to get that ball up the pitch quicker as they pick up the loose ball. Conclock plays it forward. Gallagher does well to intercept. Bailey puts it over the top. There's nobody there though. So we can put back up. Conta picks up the ball in midfield. Appeals for handball. Not given. As Daly gets it up to Conta. Conta now pumps it up the lane. As Malarkey nods it across. His defensive partner. And can he keep it in? Comes off Campbell. Throw quickly taken. Malarkey now plays it back to Byrne. Byrne across to Jones. Under pressure, the Altrincham defences. But they keep the ball moving. Find space as now Osborne plays it down the line. Collarclough with the gloves on. Opens up down the right-hand side. It's got Daly for company. Gets the cross in and grass cutter cleared out by Bailey. Now Campbell's there. Can he get the ball up the pitch? Gets it to Ollie. Ollie turns into a man, but Blackett picks up the loose ball, plays it out to the left-hand side, and now Gator can try and get moving. As the ball comes forward. Nearly played it through to Gallagher. Is that going to go behind for a goal kick? A corner even, sorry. It is. And, well, a little bit of fortune there for Gateshead, but a chance to get the ball in the box again. In 64 minutes. Still Gateshead lead by 2-1. Adam Campbell brace. As Louis Story's very animated on the touchline, shouting out instructions. Actually, it's not. That's Mike Williamson, isn't it? As the ball comes in now. Deflected out. Ollie lets it run out. Well,
interesting reaction.
I'm waiting for the throw here now. Hassani. Hassani gets the ball back. Plays it to Campbell. Campbell tries to flick it in. Ollie tried to play it through and the defender was just there. Hassani slipped but recovered to get the tackle. And I just feared he was going to sive him down there. But out it goes for a throw to
I think right first time, by the way. I think it was Louis Story.
It is. Yeah, I'm done.
Mike Williamson sat down on the bench.
I was looking for the boot. That's what it was. Obviously, his moon boot. Yeah, his moon boot is off now. Louis Story. Magnier wins the header, gets it to Conta. Conta backheads it, but picked up by Conclark. Conclark plays it forward. Deninga. And well, there was contact. He went down. I thought he went in for a double-footed challenge at first there, Deninga. But free kick given. Well, messages coming in. Thank everyone. We'll read them out when we get a break and play. As the Osborne puts this one into the box towards the edge. It's nodded across. And there's Hume gets a shot off. Slipped as he went to volley it. Over it goes. And Langley is limping. This does not look good for Gateshead. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up on the injury front here. And Langley's just stretching it out there. We'll see how he deals with this kick. Because I don't think Altrincham are going to allow it to do it short. If they are, well, Hazards went short. Bailey's come across to the left-hand touchline. Bailey clears the ball up the pitch in turn. Blackett. Malarkey wins the header though. Chested down by Osborne. Lundstrom does well to dance past two Gateshead players. Played back to Byrne. Just looking at Langley, still moving a little bit gingerly. Let's hope he can see the game out. He's going to have to. There's now Colliclough puts it down the line. Hume carries it forward. Gets it inside, but Conter's there. But it falls back to a blue shirt again. Was that handball? The referee says no, it's been cleared. Colliclough picks it up. He's on the left-hand side of the pitch now.
First every loose ball at the moment, Altrincham.
Gateshead sitting deep at the moment. They need to hold still, hold firm. As now, going cross comes in. Magnay heads it clear. He had to because Daninga was hovering behind him.
I think Langley's all right.
Well, yeah. Maybe just pulled something, but it seems to be moving better now. There's
the pressure.
Good. Gateshead give away another throw there, but disrupt the build-up play.
You know, when you're having moments like this where you're having injuries and you're having to mix and match the squad and try and put square pegs in round holes and all that, you need your big players to perform. And I think Greg Ollie and actually Greg Ollie and Bailey and Campbell have really fronted up tonight. You would still like to see a few things sharpened up, but I think it's understandable given the amount of disruption.
And it's one of them games where they've got to dig deep and you've got to have a little bit of grit in a performance to get through this. You haven't got the normal outlets. They're going to have to carve it out and stay rigid and concentrate as Altrincham build from the back. Lobbed over to Edward Jones. Colliclough, he's come across the left-hand side now. Con Clark in the centre. Gets past Conter, going to go for a shot. He does, and Langley fists it clear, but only as far as Barrows. Right-hand side of the box. Now it's going to be crossed back in, and Daninga couldn't get there. Hassani there to clear the back post. It's going to come back in, though, towards Colliclough. Hassani wins the header, and now kept in by Gallagher, and Lundstrom picks it up. Plays it back to Jones, and Gateshead just having to chase shadows a little bit at the moment. Carried forward by Malarkey and played through the middle. Dinanga out off his line quickly, and the free kick's been pulled back. Late tackle on Malarkey there, but Langley was quickly off his line. Well, FA Cup update. Blythe have pulled one back down at Wrexham. Is there an upset on the cards?
It's a long way back from 3-1 now.
Well, we've got an injury. Just down in front of us there. I think it's Con Clark, is it? That's down. No, Con Clark's over there. Trying to see who it is. Can you see the name there, Mark? We've got the advertising board just in our way. So getting treatment here for a Altrincham player at the moment. We've got some messages here. We've got one from Lily Nolan. Thank you very much. And Davy Pat. Heed, thank you very much for joining us. Remember, the Heed Army podcast is live this week, 9 p.m. Thursday night. We'll have a walking fan on, hopefully.
It's going to be a sub here.
Yeah, it looks like another forced substitution through injury here, and it is going to be Jake Cooper coming on, former Gateshead loanee, former Rotherham player. It's Malarkey. So obviously when he drove forward before for this free kick, he's hobbling pretty badly as well. So change at the back for Altrincham, but they have a free kick here, very central in the pitch, about 45 yards out. Gateshead defence sitting very narrow here.
All right, I'm thinking last season.
Sorry?
Gateshead were 2-0 up against Altrincham, weren't they?
Yeah. How history repeats itself, eh? Well, Cooper goes up into the mix. for this free kick. Osborne is the man that's going to deliver this.
With a big player on as well, isn't it?
Up it goes up towards, and Gateshead managed to head it clear through Bailey. Didn't pick up the second ball, and another offside flag went up. Thought it was a foul there initially when I heard the whistle. But Gateshead have a free kick.
20 left.
Big 20 minutes. Langley's still not moving as freely as you'd like. He is heavily strapped on that left knee and thigh, isn't he? So
there's not many teams could call upon, well, not tonight, but call upon a former Premier League goalkeeper and a former England sea keeper.
Well, as he kicks that one with no problem, the ball goes out for another throw to Gateshead. Al Hassani, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it. He's come out and settled into it better than the second half.
Yeah, you've got a lot of experience in the coaching team here, and I'm sure they've had a quiet word with them. It's a good ball.
Oh, Blackett tries to play the ball back through for the run, and Gallagher, but out it goes for a goal kick.
I agree with what you said before. I've been surprised Altrincham haven't had more of a goal.
Yeah, I thought they would have ended the start the first half, start the second half like the end of the first. They were really going at us.
I think it will come.
Oh yeah,
last 10 minutes, but
and there's nothing to lose, is there? That's the beauty of the cup. That's why we have so many upsets and so many memorable games. But we'll get to be remembering this for the right reasons. Come up the full-time whistle as Campbell intercepted but couldn't control it and get it to a grey shirt, and now Gateshead applying the pressure.
Pressure's done well there, Gateshead, because it got caught quite easily.
Edwards had to play it back. Edward Jones even gets it back, plays it down the line looking for Daninga. Daninga's little flick didn't find a teammate. Now Gateshead can pass it around. There's Bailey, lovely stuff to get it to Ollie. Ollie plays it out to Gallagher, who finds himself on the right-hand side now. Plays it inside to Conter. Conter nearly the ball there, and this looks bad for Malarkey. He cannot walk. He's having to be carried here. He's had a fine game here this afternoon or this evening. You don't want to see any players going off injured. And we've had enough of that already this game as the ball goes out for a Gateshead throw.
Kajja's coming on.
Yeah, Kajja is coming on for Hume. Well, I'm not sad to see the back of Hume. He's a real danger, and off he comes. So they're going for a different plan of attack here. 15 minutes remain. And wow, Blythe Spartans are right in that game back at the racecourse ground. 3-2 to Wrexham.
So the under half an hour left there. 8 o'clock kick-off, that one.
Well, maybe the night that Ryan Reynolds finds out what squeaky bum time is.
I mean, it's like Blythe, to be fair. I mean, they'll take it, but the last thing they want is extra time now because they have so many. We talk about Gateshead injuries. Blythe have got injuries as well.
Hassani has the ball. He cuts inside. He hasn't got much to aim at, though. He's running into a crowd of blue shirts. Rolls it back to Campbell. Ollie now. Oh, Ollie gets the ball back. He tried to play it inside. He's down towards the corner flag. Can he get past his man? Wins a throw in for his troubles.
It's good. That's intelligent. Really intelligent play. Just if you can't find a pass, just try and keep possession. Also, he took some more seconds.
It certainly does. 15 minutes remain here. Gateshead 2, Altrincham 1, FA Cup action. The winners will get Stevenage Borough at home.
I don't think it's called Borough anymore.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm old school. There'll always be Stevenage Borough.
Their nickname's still the Borough, but I think they're just Stevenage FC now.
Number 9, Jordan Hume leading the pitch.
Just like you're right.
Placed by number 33, Egley Kajja.
Campbell gets it to Hassani, appeals for, it went out for another throw to Altrincham. Well, he's trying to steal a few yards as he steals another few. As Magny and Conta managed to get the ball away. Oh, how did he see that? It was behind him. He wasn't facing the right way of the referee. Oh. That isn't rose-tinted glasses either. That was just awful officiating. Osborne plays it out to Collarclough on the left-hand side. He's driving down the line. Got two players with him. Hassani goes in for the tackle, foul, free kick. He telegraphed that one. Well, with the big men that they've got, this is a dangerous one. It's about 8 yards in from the left-hand touch line, 10 yards from the dead ball line. And I'm expecting this one to come in with pace.
Yeah, this is one of these ones. It's just going to swing in towards. You can see what's going to be a little touch block.
There it goes, comes in. He went for a shot, didn't he? I think. And Langley fists it out for a corner.
I think it was probably just dipping wide, but better safe than sorry from that.
Definitely. Well, Jones goes across to take this corner on the far side. Edward Jones, that is.
I've run back for Gateshead.
Campbell marshalling people about. He's screaming in there. Ball comes in. It's going to be headed clear though. Skimmed off the head.
Get out.
It's a defender. Need to push out and keep this going as twist and turn as Gallagher slips. Ball comes in. It's lofted up into the air. Keeper has to get there. He doesn't. He misses it and it goes out for a corner. And there was appeals for a foul on Barrows. But he had the ball in his sights. He wasn't.
Dan, to be fair, he's got a touch on the ball. He's gone up for it and got the ball, and then he's taken him into man. I think he's done well there. He's had to come out and put pressure on.
I say the ball looped up into the air, coming off a Gateshead head. He had to deal with that quickly, but in comes another corner. This time it's fast and headed out by the first post, the near post by Gateshead. But Gateshead cannot get that second ball, and Clark now just falls back to a Altrincham player. Even the ball cleared, goes all the way back to Lundstrom. Crossfield ball. Ball bounces out for a throw. Couldn't keep it in. Gateshead just need to get a little bit more composure back. Take the time here.
Is it me? Feels like the floodlights keep flickering.
I thought that on the far side. It's
only 50 pencils.
It went a little bit dark towards our box earlier on as Gallagher wins a header, and Bailey come in. It was high feet. It's a tough one, that. He went into when the header was high feet, but he ducked into it. He ducked into it, yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
Free kick to Gateshead on the halfway line. Tense times. We've got about 9 minutes remain here.
I'll be honest, it does very much feel like last year's tie.
Well, Bailey, crossfield ball. Barrows wins the header. Campbell wins the.
Right.
He won it.
Greg Ollie, didn't it?
It did, and it just went out of play for a throw in on the far side, nearer the corner flag than the halfway line. Big thank you to everyone tuned in tonight. Thank you very much. We know there is another commentary available. Thank you for choosing us.
It's also very cold.
Sorry?
It's very cold.
It is very cold. Well, Gateshead win a throw on the far side. Hard work of Gallagher.
Again, he's kind of forced the issue like Gallagher. He's put people under pressure.
You know what it is? He's had to do the unpretty dirty work tonight. There's been hasn't been able to stretch his leg and do any flair of what we've seen the flashes in the past. It's been, chasing dead balls, chasing people down, and ball Gateshead robbed the possession there. All the way back through to Burn. Gateshead need to stay switched on. You can't keep doing things like that in midfield. Luckily, the ball was going in the opposite direction as Collarclough gets past Bailey. His crossfield ball does. Collarclough a little tumble with Bailey off the ball there. Altrincham building down the right-hand side. driving forward, is still going down to the dead ball line. He slips and down he went.
Well,
He was going for a penalty there. That was a dive.
That's a booking.
That is. Made no attempt to get to the ball when he got past the man. Down he went.
David's worth keeping an eye on the benches because there's a little bit of temperature rising there.
Yeah, noticed that earlier on.
Great to see. Great to see.
FA Cup, everybody gets engrossed in it. Yes, a player from the back. There's Jevons. Gets it to Daly. Daly gets the ball back. A lot of pressure coming from Altrincham now off the ball. There's a ball over the top though. I thought Greg Ollie was going to get onto that one. But out it goes for a throw.
Mills, by the way.
Sorry?
Mills.
What did I say? Jevon.
Call him Jevon.
Jevon, sorry. Well, he is Jevon Mills. We can see I'm on first name terms with him. I'm going to put it down to the male concussion. That's all I'm going to say. Well, Langley plays it out to Jevon Mills. Or Jevon as he's known. As the ball goes up.
To his mates. No challenge.
Well done. Conter picks up the loose ball now. Can they keep it moving? Now the ball through for Blackett. Can he get past the defender? So Jones did well there. Out it goes. And it comes off Blackett for a throw. Better from Gateshead. Better. I want to see more of that. Well, Charles Waffey sent his pictures off to the papers. Will there be a headline with those pictures that go towards a Gateshead victory? We've got about 7 minutes remaining here. There's a crossfield ball, has Collarclough racing back to the left back slot to pick up the ball, driving forward with it. Crossfield ball all the way across there. It's been brought down by Arja. Arja twisting and turning, tries to open up, gets the ball dispossessed. He's appealed for everything. But Conter drives forward now. Campbell was the ball, but now Campbell gets it. He's on the left-hand side of the box. Can he cut in and get across in? Goes for a shot. Oh, past the post. Conter needs to distribute that quicker there to utilise that attack.
Unbelievable effort from Adam Campbell. We've seen him do that. We've seen him curl one in from there before, and it's not far wide. Keeper's just watching it.
Well, 6.5 minutes remain of normal time. Hazard a guess, we could be up to 5 to 6 minutes added on here. There's now Gateshead. Just pass it around the back as Hassani gives it to Bailey's dispossessed now. Collarclough can try and drive down the left-hand side, cuts in with the ball, goes to the outside, still going, plays it into the centre. Denanga couldn't control it, and out it goes.
Yeah, that's poor. You don't like to have a go at a young lad, but that's really poor selection there from Hassani. It's game management. I've used it before, but it's all about the game management at this point in the game.
Well, throw indicated on the far side, and the pressure is going to grow and grow here from Altrincham as they try to get something back out of this game. The defence is going to have to stand resolute to what comes at it. Whether it be the kitchen sink or a few shots on target as the ball's nodded on. Need to pick up these second balls. Conter didn't get to that one. Now he's got the ball. Ball played over the top, and Gallagher looks of tired soul out there now.
I did think that before, yeah. When he was trying to track back, he just looked exhausted. Put a good shift in.
He certainly has. As Jones plays it across the defence. Back to Byrne.
And Campbell's been non-stop as well, by the way.
He certainly has. Well, definitely candidate for man of the match. I think probably nailed on as Collarclough goes down. And that's a poor one from the referee. He was going in the opposite direction. Well, free kick taking Collarclough now. Still going with a trickery down the left-hand side. Gallagher gets past him. Cross comes in. Jevon Mills heads it clear. Blackett manages to try and disrupt it, but it falls back to Jake Cooper, who carries it forward, puts it out to Arja on the far side. Beats his man. Can he get the cross in? He can. Jevon Mills is there to put it out for a throw.
He's done all right, Mills, since he came on.
Yeah,
he's pretty solid, good on the ball.
Well, throwing near the corner flag on the far side. 4 minutes remain. 4 tense minutes. As Gateshead look to progress to the first round proper of the FA Cup. Ollie wins the ball, runs into a shirt and wins a throw-in.
The third time in 4 seasons, if you get that.
Sorry?
Third time in 4 seasons, you get the first round.
I think so, yeah.
Oldham.
Oh, yeah.
Altrincham, Charlton.
It's a good record, and also it helps the club in their financial as well. Every club at this level loves a cup run. As Blackett brings the ball down, judged to have handled it. There's a free kick here, and this is an opportunity for Altrincham to try and get men on the edge of the box. As they do, all the big men go up. And this is where Altrincham pose a big threat. They've got some big men, Coopers up there, Denanga, Jones.
It's a really high line from Gateshead.
In it comes. It's going over towards Jones. Magny wins the header, falls to Collarclough on the edge of the box. He holds the ball up well. Ollie's there with him. Plays it inside. Con Clark, he's going to put it back out. Oh, Ollie intercepts it. Plays the ball forward down the line. Gateshead need to push out. They are, as Edward Jones chases down to get the ball. Collects it near the edge of his own box. Gives it to the keeper, Byrne. Byrne goes long. They've stayed forward in numbers, have Altrincham. They're trying to get the ball forward, as they do. And now it's going to fall to Magny, who clears it out and is going to go out for a throw-in. Bounce to the other side of the flag. And they've just got to hold on to this, not buckle under the pressure. Oh, Alger, probably the smallest man on the pitch with Campbell, is going to take this throw on the far side.
It won't be small, Dave.
Certainly isn't. It comes in. Not back over by Jones, and Dan Langley went down to his knees and out it goes, and they'll give another corner here. What's the appeals for? Oh, when there's a yellow card here. Did Jevon Mills kick the ball away?
He did.
Well, there we go. Oh, another corner from the far side. Entering the final minute and 4 seconds. In the delivery comes. So Langley manages to fist it away. He was in a mist of bodies there, and he manages to get a crack at it and get it away. As we are into the final minute now.
Stop the cross.
Cross comes in. Gateshead need to clear it, as Ollie manages to get it clear, but only as far as Lundstrom, and Edward Jones pings the ball out to Arja on the far side. There was Daly, but it only falls to a blue shirt, and now Collarclough goes down, and well, Conte needs to be careful. Yeah, he's been booked already, hasn't he?
I don't think he has.
Has he not? Oh, that's all right. I thought he was going to get another one. Free kick here, 30 yards out, right hand side of the D, and well, tense moments here. Under the last 5 seconds here, the board is about to go up. Collarclough stands over this.
I think it's probably put 4 minutes on here.
Well, there we go. I think you seen the board, didn't you? You did.
Wasn't even looking past.
Well, Collarclough is doing the Ronaldo stance here. He's took a few steps back, hands on his hips.
Dangerous one there. It's a bit like the only one first off.
He's going to swing this in right-footed. I think he's going for glory here. As he does, he gets it over the wall. Langley fists it out, saves. Corner on the far side. Got a good connection with a Collarclough, and he knows it.
Good effort that. Got it over the wall. Have to question short sleeves and gloves though.
Oh, you do. Although you would take the gloves at the minute, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but not with short sleeves.
Corner on the far side. Alja places the ball down. In comes the delivery. This one's a bit of a swirling one, and Oh, and Con Clark come in, couldn't control it. Ghosted around the back there, didn't he? But his first touch let him down as Pringle. And Denanga plays the ball down. They want that ball going forward.
Now, I would take that ball over the other side. Take the hook in if you have to.
Is that Dan Langley man of the match there? Yeah.
A minute into the 4.
Wow. Some tense faces in the Tyne Weir stand. There's Langley. Set up towards Ollie. The header bounces over to Gallagher. Gallagher holds it up, plays it back to Bailey. Bailey plays over the top for Blackett to try and run onto. Puts Jones under pressure, plays it back to Byrne. Blackett still chasing down, and now he has to play it to Arja. Arja, who just gets past Campbell, drives the ball, puts it over the top, and now it's a foot race. Jevon Mills can see that run out and gets to just take the time here. You know, Mark, it hasn't been pretty. We've seen a wonderful goal for Campbell's second, but this has been they've really had to bite down on this one, having to and work it out.
Look at in the FA Cup, it doesn't matter how you play. It doesn't matter if you do things right or wrong. As long as you get through, that's all that matters. That's all anyone ever remembers is getting through, and the memories that can be created in the next round.
Throw taken. Bailey clears it only as far as an Altrincham player though, and now on the far side, Altrincham try and drive it down towards the dead ball line, crossed in another corner. Altrincham keeper's coming up now. Well, he's asking. He comes up. Yep, comes the keeper. They've got nothing else to lose here. They're into the final minute of the added on time. Byrne is up there now. Can Gateshead weather this storm? The ball comes in now. Keeper goes. It's been headed clear by Magnay. Still not clear. Shot off by Collarclough. Keeper races back. But the ball is going to be staying in for Altrincham. Played it down the line. Collarclough races down. But there is Gregory doing the captain's work and seeing the ball out for a goal kick. And could that be all we have here? Because the referee is looking at his watch. He's having a word with the keeper as well.
He's got a minute left. Got a minute left of injury time.
The nerves. Stevenage await the winners. Langley has placed the ball down. Clearance is going all the way up towards Gallagher, but it was beaten in the air. But now Jevons can just hoof it clear. Anywhere will do. Byrne keeps it in, though.
20 seconds left.
That's it. Gateshead are into the first round of the FA Cup. They will host Stevenage Borough, and that's all that matters. It wasn't pretty. They had to grind it out. Luck wasn't on their side. Injuries played their part, but Gateshead come out on top.
Said it before. Doesn't matter how you play. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you get through. That's all that matters in cup competitions. Gateshead have done it, and they've got to win that. I think they've shown the character tonight. You know, we've spoken a lot about this in the last 2-3 years. The character of this squad is phenomenal, and they've shown it in absolute abundance tonight. A couple of weeks until that game against Stevenage, get some players back and have a go at that one. It'll be tough, but they're in the first round. Let's have a go.
I mean, I mentioned things you could see as negatives. The youngsters, you know, we mentioned it's a young back four apart from Magnay, and they come out of it, you know, with the heads held high.
I think they all played their part. You know, we were concerned that Sonny might get overrun. He sort of stopped that second half. I thought the rest of them, you know, Mills came on, did a great job. I just thought it was a great display of work for Carl Magnay at the back. I thought it was phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
Got his head and everything coming to the box. Well done to Gateshead.
Well done. Well, thank you, Mark, for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this game tonight. Let's say Gateshead into the first round FA Cup. Stevenage will be coming here to Gateshead International Stadium, a place they've been many times before over the years. It's been a while though, and we'll look forward to renewing that battle with Stevenage. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you this game. I hope it sounded all right. I didn't feel at the races at times. But please do join us on the Heat Army podcast, 9 o'clock on Thursday. We'll have a Woking fan on. We'll be talking about this game as well. And the FA Cup dream goes on for Gateshead. Can we get past high-flying Stevenage of League Two? Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.